Hello friends, you know the drill. More Bazaar, more Pig. I've been playing some Vanessa off stream, had a couple of very fun runs. None, I think, that got to 10, but we did have a boulder run, which was a lot of fun. But back to Pig for now. So back into Pig mode. This looks like a pretty decent start. Tempting to take the marbles in case we pick up Matchbox, which we do not. None of these, even early, are particularly appealing. I mean, we could try for a money tree build. I think it's a pretty terrible item, but it's very early to get it. And then let's have a go for. Don't really fancy any of these much. Let's go for Kyber Drone. So Mac comes out very shortly. Not exactly sure how the time differences work, but yeah, we'll be getting a new hero very soon. Then I imagine everyone will just be playing Mac. Also expecting the prize packs, changes to monetization, new prize pass. I would imagine new chests, given that it's coming out in 1.0, but we'll see what Reynard blesses us with. So my recordings have had some audio issues, obviously. I think early on it was voice too quiet. Subsequently it was game sounds too low, so hopefully I found a bit of a middle ground here, but we'll see how we go. There's our matchbox. There's some good stuff here. Let's get rid of the ATM and let's bring in upgraded marbles and hot stones. Not sure what we're going to hit with insect wing yet, so even though it's pretty marginal, we'll hold on to it. Abandoned chest is also nice, so we've got a duplicate for the matchboxes on, which is Pig's best early game. Apparently they're changing the duping method, or at least they're making upgrade hammer impossible to get from the chest event or the crate event. So this might be the last we see of duplicating items, or at least of easily duplicating items. Hard to tell where this one's going to go. We're going to start the sandstorm with a significant advantage owing to our shield. On the other hand, they have some decent heals. If their heals line up perfectly with the sandstorm, they might be in with a chance, but otherwise I think we should be fine here. So any early win that you can get as a pig, you absolutely take it. Also had a very fun build as Vanessa that was double pistol shrimps, and I was just thinking how sad it was I wasn't recording it because it was such a cool build. And then going for 10 wins, I ran into a build that was playing one weapon that was radiant, so had literally no slow targets, and therefore got completely destroyed basically. Thanks for the pickles. Not interested in upgrading anything, so let's take a look at items, hoping for a second matchbox that we can dupe. I mean, it's telling me to go money tree, so let's give it a shot. Cargo short's a really nice early game item. Piggy bank has synergy with money tree, I suppose? Sure. Let's have a look. Tool. Crit chance, nothing much going on here. I'll just take flat 4% crit. Pig really needs some better skills. Let's get piggles on the board and next to marbles. And don't really have anything else to put out. We'll sell, just check we don't have a vendor who we want to sell it to, so we sell that. Let's put insect wing on, tempting to just put on money tree. Look, it's 3%, it's not worth thinking about too much. Let's put it over there. And then let's go here and take the XP. And then don't think we beat Scrap or Covetous, so let's go after the Coconut Crab. Really looking for another matchbox that will allow us to dupe our matchbox, and then we're in business for our early game, and maybe we try for some type of weird enchanted money tree late game build. It's very early to have a silver money tree. Maybe we could have taken Covetous. Skill is what we're really looking for here. So yeah, I'm really hoping this game reaches more people with the release of the full version, and also hopefully some monetization changes. It's a real shame that most of the headlines about it, or I really want both of these. Let's go for small items. It's a real shame that most of the headlines about it have been about the negative monetization. Don't really want to upgrade to any of these because it really is a great game. So there's the Matchbox dupe. So let's sell that, which upgrades the Matchbox, which allows us to buy the second Matchbox once we sell out of. I'm going to keep the money tree going, and that allows us to buy these. So now we're just a burn skill away from being quite dangerous here. We've even got the silver marbles in between the two. So yeah, we're looking pretty good here. I think we just got to lick it for the five free treats, seeing as we're so poor. It's very sad being poor as a pig. So we really are looking for fire skills to take this build to the next level, but even without it, we should be favoured against most early game builds, especially early game pigs. It's just a really strong setup. They have the fire skill, but they don't have Matchbox, I'm afraid. They also have an enchanted succulents, but yeah, I'm afraid with no Matchbox, you're lost. It's just skill difference, really. They didn't get an early game Matchbox and I did. Complete skill difference. Now Matchbox, we're on track for perfect. Not that that makes it likely, obviously, but the reason I mention it is that there is a part of me that thinks just go all in on Matchbox and try to just get 10 straight wins. Let's just take the item and see what we're dealing with. Just because we got them so early, and there is a world where that can work. The problem is the moment you lose one, you're really in a bit of strife. This is nice for our money tree, and we do have kind of a late game plan at least with the money tree. Let's put this on our silver. So maybe we're better doing what my instinct is, which is to... Anything worth upgrading here? Probably not. Don't think it's really worth upgrading a Matchbox for one extra burn. Yo-Yo is interesting here. I mean, for two gold, we'll pick it up. It is a weapon, so it doesn't have direct synergy with the Matchboxes, but because the Matchboxes are going so quickly, that means the Yo-Yo can go so quickly, and all it takes is a couple of weapon skills and you're in business. Apropos Chapeau, great item, not really for this build. Not for Matchbox build, so we're still an item short, but still looking very strong. Temptation to take the Flame Dancer, hoping for the Cinders or the skill. I think it's probably worth it, actually. As much as I hate giving up early XP. I was forgetting he actually doesn't have a fire skill. His Flame Dancer skill is one of the worst skills in the game in that it's conditional, and even once you fulfill its condition, it's absolutely terrible. There's a case for passing that if you get it. Doesn't come to that though, we'll take the money. So, Burn skill would really get us online. Curio can be good, but let's take a look at Burn. No luck. You make our Yo-Yo a bit better. We re-roll and we can still afford to pay 5. Shield does nothing. Helps with our econ a bit. Arbitrage, still not great, and takes a while to pay itself off. I think given how important a fire skill is, I'm going to gamble, and the gamble hasn't worked. These are all pretty bad. Are they worth selling out of our money tree? I don't think so. So that was obviously not a successful visit. Given that we don't have much money, and silver's going to be hard to afford, let's just take a small weapon. It's probably about as good as we could have hoped for. So we are one item short on our board and level 3 rather than 4, but we're against a pig who hasn't won yet, so unless they got their build online that day, we should be okay. We really had a pretty average day there. So they're trying to line up a crook build by the looks of it. They've scaled their scarf a fair bit, and they're scaling with Ganjo, but it's just not going to be enough. Just Matchbox is so strong. Got the Yo-Yo coming in for a bit now as well. Look at that burn. Disgusting. That's with no skills as well. Probably needs a bit of a rework, the Matchbox. I wonder whether we'll get balance changes coming with the release of the game as well. Upgrade, the Yo-Yo upgrades quite nicely because it charges better, but as I said, skills really important for us. You can get flame skills as Pig, right? I'm sure you can. None of these do anything for us. Still nothing. We'll take increased max health. So we've missed on skills a bit there, but can't complain with double Matchbox on the board. Let's get rid of the spare change. Money tree growing kind of in the background, I guess. What a weird item. Sure. Look. Sure. It's adjacent properties. Money tree, I assume, is a property. What am I doing? Why is that in the bag? Let's upgrade this. Buy this just to fill the board, and buy this for when we get Money Tree going. This is some questionable plays, I think, here. Don't really want to upgrade, although could upgrade Piggy Bank to silver here is probably worth it, even though at the moment we're too broke to invest anything in our Piggy Bank. Too real, way too real. And I guess we may as well have it on the board for Healthy Hoarder. Pretty sure we take anyone here. Just with the strength of the burn. Look at this beautiful ointment. Healing for 0. But at least it's slowly proccing the Matchboxes, which are doing all the work for us, obviously. Yeah, look, it's not even a great board, and it's just so easy with the double Matchboxes. No wonder they're changing the duping mechanism. Textile is not of much interest, but probably better. Although, I mean, it's obviously better than the Piggy Bank. Goes relatively regular. Sure, let's put it like this. Although there's something to be said for just crowding the board with small items. Not much point going to vendors with how broke we are. Rewards card doesn't really help. I guess we scale Piggy Bank. What a weird build. Let's take a fight because I think we beat pretty much anyone we can go against, including Flame Juggler. Even though it's a lot of burn early, we do have some heal to get us back to manageable health, and then our burn will hit a lot harder. Some decent gets here. We'll take Lighter for sure, take Cinders for sure. Probably not what we were looking for, just because it doesn't get used, so it doesn't really help us with Matchbox. Money Tree slowly getting better. No. Still nothing even resembling burn skills. Let's buff our Yo-Yo, which now suddenly starts to actually do a bit of work. And let's make sure we've got our best on the board. 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Yeah, I think this is fine, even though it's sacrificing a bit of utility in the Matchbox by playing a medium item rather than 2 smalls. So I think the next step is to get rid of the textiles. Also trying to play much quicker, aware that my videos tend to be an hour long, which is weird because I feel like I don't stop to think about things too much. Pig does lend itself to longer sessions, obviously, and I think a lot of what I've uploaded have been like 9 to 10 wins going late on lethal as well. So a nice, easy, perfect victory to balance out the long games would be beautiful. Let's see what we're working with now. So we're buffing Piggy Bank, which we're going to sell to get change for our Money Tree. Let's take a look at non-weapons. Chocolate bars. We don't really have anything that incentivizes buy selling, and nothing here is too interesting. Sell a property. Stopwatch is interesting because freezing the game is going to be of benefit to us because they're going to be poisoned. They're going to be burnt more than we are on average. But it only goes off once every 11 seconds, and if we get to 11 seconds, I feel like we're probably winning anyway. And if we're not, we may be under damage pressure as well. We're not freezing, so don't need to upgrade this. So I think this is a complete whiff, unfortunately. Really would be nice to find. We got to have a look, even though we don't have much money. Monster skill is one of the best ways of improving your build. So we can get our yo-yo to buff itself, which I think is probably better than anything else. So let's sell textiles. We need 2 more gold. It's probably as good a time as any to sell ointment, rewards card, and piggy bank. And then sell out of these, buffing our money tree. And then let's grab aggressive. Obviously we're looking for a way to fill up our board. For the time being, I guess we put it like this. And we play VIP pass here. We have taken away from Matchbox a bit. Do we still beat Scoville? I feel like this is going to be tight. Let's go for it. There's a potential for some really cool burn builds here, as well as the burn skill. It's a battle of the burners. I feel like we've got the edge here, but the pickled peppers scale so brutally. But we've also got the yo-yo doing damage, a bit of heal, maybe a bit of heal. Oh, we just get there. Okay, so we took the risk. Are we rewarded with a worthwhile item? We definitely are. Fire is a great skill to get. Okay, that feels good. Let's go a silver item rather than loot, because we're still working on our board a bit. Cargo short's obviously fantastic. But I think we want Steam Ladle back on the board now. We've got the burn skill, which means we want Piggles as well. How do shorts look? I mean, they're better than VIP Pass, but they're not long for this world. We're going to be taking the shorts off shortly. Let's go Curio. It's always good. Not worth it. Not worth it. Doesn't get used. I think it might be worth putting a knee brace out there, even though 100 health is relatively marginal. I think we'll grab it. Don't think that's worth it. We're really looking for the item that gives the burn, but we don't find it. I mean, why not? And let's buff the slow we're getting from marbles as well. So let's sell. Let's reduce the cooldown of Matchbox. Maybe should have gone for the other Matchbox there. Junkyard Lance, I can see the argument, but we'd need to upgrade it to justify it, I think. So not a great curio. No plus burn, which is what we wanted. Not really looking for many medium items, I don't think. Let's just take the shield item, useless. So these shorts are doing very little. In fact, let's take them off and go like this. So it's a bit of a Frankenstein board here. Obviously VIP Pass doing nothing and knee brace not the item that you want to have on the board. Bronze knee brace today, but let's give it a shot. I feel like the double Matchbox might still just be enough to carry us, but I think we're going to see it start to fall off pretty drastically. If not today, then certainly the following day. It's going to be a tight one. We take it, but as you can see, it's getting closer and closer, and these other builds are going to scale so much better than we do. So I really think we need to be thinking about a way out of this build, a pivot. Pig not the easiest pivoter. We have the money, we have a money tree. We can probably hang on to this for one day, particularly if we improve the couple of items that are quite weak. Lemonade stand is great. Vineyard certainly has potential as well. Bushel is not a bad item either, although we're only shielding once, so I don't think we pick that up. I think we do keep lemonade stand there. Don't think we go vineyard. We may want to go cold room. I think we thank Knee Brace for its service and go cold room. Such little point in upgrading these bandages. You're any small item. So let's buy and sell and sell and buy. It would obviously be nice to get these scaling value, but they don't really benefit from scaling value too much with the VIP pass, so I don't feel compelled to put them out quite yet. Very aware that we're going to start running out of space though. Not really interested in seeing weapons. I think I'll just take some max health. Grade silver tier or lower. Do we care? Let's go in on... We're going in on one of these. I think we go in on Money Tree. It's the item we've had from the very start. We've been buffing it. I think it's probably terrible and it's going to be very hard to make work, but let's give it a shot. And now, does all this look fine? It does. I don't think we beat Infernal, so I think we have a crack at Trash Golem. This Yo-Yo is really doing work. Maybe we could have thought about upgrading Yo-Yo even, because it is doing quite a bit of damage. And if it could charge itself quicker, that'd be even more. But I mean, the win con at the moment is the burn. It's the burn from Matchbox. That's not a bad pickup. I think we'll put that in over the Piggle. Order doesn't matter there, obviously. Income is nice. I think we'll take it. And then let's have a look at skills. Another 10 damage on Yo-Yo. Sure, don't really fancy the reroll. Problem is, if we change our build and get rid of Yo-Yo, that skill immediately becomes useless unless we slot in another weapon. There's dreams of Obsidian Money Tree here, but let's see how we go. It's a nasty Langjon. Hopefully we freeze it. We don't, which means... Oh no, we do with Cold Room. Still think we probably lose. Oh no, we get there. Very close. So yeah, look, we are on track for perfect still. Can this build on board get us to perfect? I really don't think so. Really don't think so. But what do we pivot to? I guess it's Money Tree. The question is going to be when we get our enchant, whether we put it on Matchbox, in which case we're committing to this build, or whether we put it on Money Tree, in which case we're committing to Money Tree, obviously. I guess you can make an argument for playing Money Tree with the Matchboxes. Maybe that is not the worst thing ever. It makes the Matchboxes slightly less effective, but not enormously so. And it clears up the room on the board because we can then sell this, which I wasn't too interested in. And I think we actually then play bandages over the one-off potion. In fact, bandages just do so little, but they do go off and charge the Matchboxes, whereas Rainbow Potion only goes off once. So I think we probably dump it. So we've ended up with kind of a hybrid. Let's hope this is good enough to get us where we need to go. More skills. Obviously, that's fantastic. Any disruption you can get is great. Still not much money. Might bite the bullet and it's the crook. try to start saving up a bit of money. It's a 420 tree now. Heal, regen, weapons, gold tier. I always just go gold tier when I don't really know what I'm looking for. Lifesteal yo-yo? How hard do we want to commit to the yo-yo? Sure. It's funny. And then let's go Chili Charles, because I think he can't possibly beat us. So we buff Money Tree by selling spare change, which you get on level up, but that's not really enough to buff it. So we really need to be looking out for the event that gives us spare change, for level up rewards that give us spare change, and for piggy bank items. That's how we buff Money Tree. And it probably, we give it our next upgrade as well. Or in fact, our poor little bronze yo-yo that's now a very powerful bronze yo-yo. It's worth considering if we can find a way to upgrade that as well. Don't really fancy any of these too much, but I guess we take Curio. We have lemonade stands, so we're going to buy them out of small items. Don't have a haster, unfortunately. Not worth it just for that. So let's put the crit onto Money Tree, because we're all in. Still no... Oh no, there it is. There's a salamander pup. Let's continue to put it on, stacking on this one. I prefer stacking all burn on one because of enchantments. Because you can obviously only enchant one at a time, so you're better off having one very high damage, one that you can... where'd it go? Better off having one very high damage matchbox that you can enchant than trying to keep them evenly matched. Sure, let's fight a monster. Should be able to take the turtle. Our yo-yo's a very powerful bronze yo-yo. Lifesteal and charges its own crit chance, I believe. Yeah, gains crit chance throughout the fight as well. I mean, it realistically may not be long for this world, but it's pulling its weight. It's pulling its weight, albeit not contributing to the charge of the matchboxes. Can happily get rid of steam ladle and bandages, and in fact hot stones for that matter. That's a great one for our Money Tree. That's what we were looking for. That'll be a nice little buff. And works with lemonade stand as well. Up to 600. I wonder where you need to get it to where it's actually worth it. Guess it all depends on the enchant. If you can stick a fiery enchant on it, then what we've got now becomes very, very powerful. What are you cooking? Non-one weapon submarine. This looks really weak, but looks can be deceiving with Vanessa. Stacking health, but where did that come from? Oh, there's a Langjon hiding over the side there, but we should still be okay. Just? Very just? Very just. Actually didn't see the Langjon at first, so not quite as weak as I was initially thinking, but still on track for perfect. Still with a Money Tree. This really is the power of double matchboxes. Very busted. They shouldn't still be this good this far into the day. Like, if you want to make them an early game powerhouse, then fine, but the fact that they carry on this well without really that much support, it's really just the fiery skill, is pretty mental. Apropos Chapeau, can make more of a case for it now. Tool, weapon, property, apparel. We have property, weapon, tool, must be somewhere. Tool. Don't really care about the stacking though. It would really just be for the multicast charging the matchboxes, in which case I don't think it's worth it. Ice cream track is very interesting. I think that's probably better than Money Tree, I'm afraid. It's just so good. With the build we've got going here, it's just so good. A lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff here, but I'll pass. So the ice cream truck, the synergy is the fact that all these are non-weapon items other than the yo-yo, and are going off very, very quickly thanks to Matchbox. So ice cream truck is our way into the end game with this build, I think. These are terrible items. Just really looking for cooldown reduction. So let's see whether my evaluation is correct and the ice cream truck is actually really, really strong here and goes off quite often. Freeze, freeze. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Really powerful disruption. Haven't used this item before. Wonder how it upgrades. Try not to check how Bazaar too much. Enchantment, haste effects. Let's just make sure we don't run out of space. So I think the money tree dream is dead. Hasting the matchbox or the yo-yo are both pretty good. Not amazing. Definitely not amazing. But I think ultimately it's worth it. And I think there's really a case to put this on the lesser matchbox. Because, for example, if you get an obsidian enchant, you want it to go on the matchbox that has more burn, whereas the haste doesn't scale with the burn. So that all we're really losing is very marginal cooldown difference here. So I think we're going to put haste on our worst matchbox. Yeah, not a great enchant, but not terrible either. Can't think of many medium items we're looking for. Let's just take a freebie. Sure. It's been tempting us with our upgrade for the whole game. Board is still very, very improvable. Alright, let's double burn you. Are we playing our best board? Yes. Look, I can't see you having a future, so you're gone. Alright. Let's see how we go against Vanessa. I think this is a really strong build. I think the issue is going to be if we lose once, it may well have a flow-on effect of losing a lot more than once. So even though we're obviously in a great place, I think it's still almost perfect or bust. The freeze is obviously really nice, but that's a strong ship. Really strong ship, and we lose. So yeah, I'm concerned now. Very concerned, because now we can't go perfect, which means we have to go a bit later, and this is not a late build, even with Ice Cream Truck. But we carry on. Let's get some health and stack the lemonade stand. I think we sell the money tree at this point. We invested so much in it. I mean, not really. Really, it was giving us spare change, but it's a shame not to get on the board, but I can't see it outclassing Ice Cream Truck here. Sure, let's have a look at health and shield. Adjacent toys have multicast. Multicast on the yo-yo? Can't really give it on the marbles because it's in the middle. Look, there's definitely something to be said for multicast on the marble, but I don't think it's worth taking up the 2 spots that we're using to buff the matchboxes. So we're going to have to pass. Just take that for the income. Spare change for money tree. And still, I just don't think it's good enough. So yeah, here's the concern of falling off. I think we just go max the XP. There's a case to be made for both of the others, but let's just max XP. I think we can still win. Kinetic Cannon would be an awesome pivot. That would take the place of Ice Cream Truck. I think we should be fine. That Kinetic Cannon is starting to hit awfully hard. Come on! Come on! Woo! We get there. Just. Although 12% crit chance. One time? Not one time. Coolant will be going on the board though. Some nice anti-burn and some freezing. Banjo's just doing literally nothing at this point. Although so is much of the rest of our board. Let's have a look at Pygmalion skills. None of those, thank you. Yeah. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Sure, let's invest more into our yo-yo. That was rough. More spare change for the non-existent money tree. Yeah, sure, let's have a look at heal and regen. See the synergy with Cold Room and with, like, we're almost got what we need to pivot into a freeze build. But the problem is adding Cold Room makes Ice Cream Truck so much worse. And I think we are pretty committed to Ice Cream Truck now. Let's run it back. Another chance for Kinetic Cannon. This would be a great skill as well, given how often we're proccing Ice Cream Truck. I assume upgrading Ice Cream Truck just reduces its cooldown. If it reduces its charge, it'd be incredible. If it increases its charge, it'll be incredible. Steam Ladle's starting to pull its weight now. No Kinetic Cannon, but still a good item, which we are going to put... What do we take out? It has to be Hot Stones. They're doing so little. Haste an adjacent item. It's kind of nice to be constantly hasting a turbo matchbox, I think. I could almost make a case for hasting the Ice Cream Truck, but I think this plays better, which means we get rid of these. Legend Vanessa, level 12. Be nice to run up against a one-weapon Vanessa that we can just keep constantly frozen. No such luck. It's like a weapon spam Vanessa. Oh, look at this. With spices as well. This is going to hurt a lot. Counting on some nice disruption here because those weapons already hit hard, and once spices go off, they're going to hit impossibly hard. Yeah, here they come. Here they come. Yep, so it's pretty much what I said is going to happen is happening pretty much, unfortunately. Lose one, just fall off the pace a little bit with this type of build, and your run is pretty much over. And we have fallen off the pace, unfortunately. Lots of freeze items going on, but nothing that I'm particularly interested in. Ice Cream Truck has been good for us. Small items are obviously very good for us, but what are we really looking for? I think the way we come back from this is skill upgrades, and +2 burn is really good. If seeing as we seem to be sticking to this build now, that's really good. And let's go digging. We've got enough money to really try to find something that really significantly improves our board here. I'm not sure. Okay. Drill pig. I mean, you gotta do it, don't you? So how do you do it? Haste, slow, freeze, poison, burn. So I have a feeling that might actually be pretty bad. But what if we play it like this? In fact, what if Yo-Yo goes, and then that becomes our single weapon, and Yo-Yo wasn't helping out our matchbox situation anyway? What if Yo-Yo goes and Cog stays like this? So Yo-Yo wasn't helping out matchbox, and wasn't helping out Ice Cream Truck. Can make a case for Coolant over Cog. Can make a case for hasting our drill like this. Can make a case for a lot of things. I think hasting the haster makes sense, has to make sense. So we're gonna drop down to lethal and put our enchant on the power drill and pray. The power drill doesn't have synergy with Ice Cream Truck, so there's a consideration of dumping Ice Cream Truck here and going for small items that charge the matchboxes. And we can get the skill here, which completely changes everything. But surely this drill has to go crazy. We're going to be burning so much, which then charges the drill, which then, yeah. So it's definitely an improvement over the Yo-Yo. Yeah, huge improvement. With life still. That was a really cool get. So now we need to look at getting rid of Ice Cream Truck, I think. Or maybe we keep it. And we're definitely putting an enchant on Power Drill, and we're really hoping for a good enchantment. What a cool find. Money Tree is back, and gold as well. None of this is interesting. I have a feeling this may be one of those builds that looks really cool, but actually is not very good. But we'll find out, I guess. None of this really appeals to me. Money Tree back again. Sure, I'll take you for the income. Take you for the buy-sell. I should have bought the... I think I missed out on a couple of buy-sells though, I got distracted. I don't care about the money. None of these are interesting. Alright, this is what we're rocking. Oh, and it also has aggressive, which pairs with it quite well. Level 12 pig, it's a fair fight. Pig on pig action. Oh no, it's freeze pig. I think that's going to be pretty strong against our build. Well, we got a bit of freeze of our own, and we're stacking up the burn. We got the life still coming in. I think we should be okay. Oh, that hurts. Although, thankfully, we have damage over time as well. It's going to be really close. What happened? Oh, we had you! What happened? Where did your shield come from? You sneaky little piggy. You got a shielded steam ladle over there. Ah, we just were so close. Sure. Let's commit to the burn and put it on Power Drill, which I assume then means it charges itself. I haven't played Dually, barely at all, so I have no idea about the best way to make Power Drill work. Other than I've seen it used against me many times. So for the benefit of the build, let's look up Ice Cream Truck on How Bazaar. How do you upgrade? You upgrade your freeze duration, but not your... you don't reduce your cooldown. What about Power Drill? I assume it upgrades its damage and nothing else? Yeah, gains 25 damage. None of those are particularly strong upgrades. I also don't like committing to the Ice Cream Truck because there's definitely a world where we find something better than that today. So the question then is, do we take the increased damage here, which also increases its burn a bit, or go for a gold skill? I think we probably, given that pig skills are not particularly great, I think we just upgrade that. It's going to be another very long video after just talking about how I'm going to try to make them shorter. Got to stop playing pig. Oh, it's such a cool build. I want it to work. Let's see if we can find enough small... Oh, God. There's a lot going on here. Yo-Yo... Diamond Yo-Yo goes off so often, but it actually doesn't do anything for us because it doesn't increase Power Drill and doesn't increase Matchbox. It would go off a lot and do a lot of damage. There's probably a really strong argument for playing Yo-Yo over Power Drill, actually. Having just thought about that, but probably not having just enchanted Power Drill. Spices is obviously great for Power Drill, but it's so slow. We really want low cooldown items. Let's take Piggles just to have it. Oh, it feels wrong, but we roll. These aren't good. These aren't good at all! You burn, so you're on the team. You kind of work with what we're doing, maybe? I feel like Ice Cream Truck has to go. You haven't invested much in it, and it's now a drill build. It's now a Power Drill build. So I guess we have you on the board just to charge our... The sole purpose of these items is to charge the matchboxes that then charge the Power Drill. When you use an adjacent item, could want you next to the Power Drill rather than matchboxes. Let's... We don't really need econ when we're probably going to lose shortly. So let's just take health and a bit of regen. And now we really want to see the Power Drill do a number here. could have completely ruined the build by taking out Ice Cream Truck that was holding it all together. But we have a lifesteal, self-burning, self-charging drill. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's certainly an improvement over what we were doing. And it's cool. So that's nice. Now we need to find a way to... I think we bring out Yellow Piggles just because it goes off marginally faster than Bandages, which are doing nothing. So... I guess we just take a look at Diamond skills. I'm sure there's some skills that would be busted here. Increasing all cooldown items is not what I want to do at all. When you freeze your... we freeze once, but it's not enough to justify it. So we could gain a lot of heal from using Power Drill, but I think we re-roll. Definitely not doing that. It's late for that. No! They're all awful. Pig skills really do suck. I guess none of these are going to have an impact at all. Sure. I haven't seen that skill before though. Alright, they can make up with it for some good monster skills. See, it'll increase it. There's some skills here that are just game winning. But it's also, I mean, it's only 2% each time it goes. I think we swing for the fences. We swing for the fences. The first time you freeze, slow all enemy items for 3 seconds is actually really good. I actually didn't take that into account. And we freeze as soon as we burn. So that's actually a really good skill. Really good disruption. Should have gone straight for that. And let's just take increased damage. Please, I want to win. It's such a cool build. We're gonna get destroyed by like Minion Dooley or if I'm gonna lose, I want to lose to something cool. I mean, it's not the worst build I've ever seen. Am I crazy for thinking we should be okay here? This bulldozer is going to do a lot of damage, but so are we. So are we, baby. Look at that burn. Yes. Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, it gets itself up to 56% crit chance pretty quickly. And the good thing is there's still room for improvement. I keep on saying it, but there really is. We want fast non-weapon items. That's what we are looking for. Fast non-weapon items. So I think we prefer Yellow Piggles, even though they're doing nothing, but they go off every 4 seconds, even though this gives a bit of charge. No interest in large items. What do I want? Small item vendor I would take, if it was just small items. Upgrade bronze. No. No. We're going to just waste all our money here. Sure. Free loot item. Significantly reduce cooldown for one item, or yeah, the insect wing is just better. And I mean, it has to be drill, right? I think it's the only thing that makes sense. Put on drill, because by drill going faster, it charges itself faster, meaning it charges itself faster and it charges itself faster, and it all goes around. Any fast items? When you burn, gain 2 regen. Well, we burn a hell of a lot. 2 regen every time we burn. We do burn a hell of a lot. But is that worth sacrificing our fast-firing piggles that get Matchbox going quicker? I don't think so. It's kind of crazy, but 2 regen, it's going to add up, sure, but it's not going to be game-winning by itself. The way we win is by lots of small non-weapon items that charge Matchbox that then charge Fiery Power Drill in turn. So I think I think we passed. That may have been a bad play. I think we take... Well, I know we take Awakened District. Are we hasting the right item? I think so. Although it's going mostly by charge. Maybe I should be hasting our drill. But then by hasting this, I increase how often the drill goes off. It's all an intricate circle. This is why playing with pig is cool. Where did you come from? Where did I get this from? Money tree makes a return. That's better than that piggle for sure. For 6 seconds, but you burn, so I think we keep you. I really don't know where that came from. Obviously not paying enough attention. But anyway, you go on, you go on, you go on. Let me take the loot. And that's nice. It's very nice.
People first, profit 10.
It's a bit late. Funny, but no good. No smalls, damn it. Okay, looks like we're going into day 12 with 2 piggles on board. What's gone wrong? This number of times I've seen bandages. There's obviously funny Jabalian drum synergies, but it doesn't quite work. And none of these are interesting, so we really are going to day 12 with 2 piggles on board. I mean, I say it all the time. The problem is that let's sell these just for the marginal increase to health. The problem is every chance we run up against fixer-upper or property value pig at this stage of the game, and there's just not much you can do about it with a build like this. We have a bit of disruption. It's not fixer-upper. What are we dealing with? It's a mirror match. So we've each gone and got an OP dually item. They've got metronome and I've got power drill. Let's see which one we like the most. I think power drill should win out, especially with its lifesteal. It's just so nice. They have more disruption though. They're going to win out. Yeah, fair play. Maybe I should have gone, yeah, look at their sauna, getting them that regen. So maybe my not taking the sauna really was a mistake, because they just burn so much. Their matchboxes also went off a lot more than mine and were heavy. Yeah, Icy Salt is pretty brutal against my build. Yeah, look, they just matched up against me better than I did against them, but can't complain. Super fun run. Again, disappointing to get stuck between that 7 and 10 win mark. I'm not having much luck getting over the line here, but how often do you get to play a power drill as pig? Very, very fun. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.